Hey, it's Soul with another video, and this time around I'm going to do something maybe a little bit silly, a little bit, I don't know, more whimsical, maybe pointless. You might be familiar with Wildcrandor's pointless top 10, but I just want to do something little to kind of celebrate the World of Warcraft and all that it is. So today I wanted to celebrate the food in the World of Warcraft, and by food, I mean feasts. So yeah, it's a little bit silly, it's a little bit dumb. You know, actually it's stupid. You know why it's stupid? Because the title and the thumbnail of this video say top 5, but I actually have the top 6 feasts in the World of Warcraft. It just rolls off the tongue better, you feel me? So here are the top 6 feasts in the World of Warcraft, and how to get them. At number 6, we have the snack distribution mode from Reeves. This is the engineering robot that you make in Legion. To make this guy, you obviously have to be an engineer, level it up, complete a number of quest lines to get you Reeves, and then you'll be able to put together the ability to turn this guy into a feast. Now, one reason why it's cool is because this is a feast you can just keep making over and over and over again. I think it's better than the toys, but it just kind of barely makes it onto this list. I mean, look at it. It only looks kind of impressive. Well, actually, this is the feast. It doesn't even have food on it. So how are you going to have a feast with no food on it? I mean, that kind of sucks. What are you supposed to do? Use our imaginations? Oh, of course, we just sit cross-legged under this table, reaching up to food that isn't there. I'm just playing. I think it's cool that we can make this without any additional material cost once we can make it. I just think it would have been cool if Reeves put on like a chef's hat or like one of them little lunch lady hairnet things and then gave us food out of a platter. I think that would have been neat. It still made this list though, but let's move on. At number 5, we have Gin Wormkeg's Brew. We get this from Miss Pandaria. Complete this questline in Kunlai and this toy is yours. Okay, this one's not technically a feast, and this isn't the only kind of keg that you can make. But the point of this is obvious. Just throw down a couple of these in your raid, or even better than an LFR, and then watch all the chaos. Throw down your keg or your barrel or whatever you got and have a good time, but let's have some food to go with that, right? At number 4, I kind of lumped together 2 feasts that'll either make you big or small. Alright, so maybe this is the top 7 feast of whatever. Both the gigantic and the small feasts come from Wrath of the Lich King. Just do the cooking dailies and you'll be able to pick up both recipes. Obviously, one feast will make you big, and the other one will make you small. Since Wrath of the Lich King, of course, there's been a lot more ways to make yourself big or small or whatever you want to look like. But there's no taking away that this was one of the most fun feasts to use back in the day. At number 3 is a personal favorite of mine. I mean, this is my list, I can do what I want, right? This is the Goblin Barbecue, a feast in Cataclysm not made by cooks but by engineers. The feast itself doesn't do anything special, but it's awesome. It's got animations, it's got a little bit of smoke over there, you got burgers, a fish burger, and it's got that usual janky looking steampunk look that's pretty iconic for the World of Warcraft. Now, if the snack distribution model from Reeves turned into this would have been like super awesome. If I actually had more feasts available for this video, I would have popped the barbecue, put out a picnic basket, a keg, have this thing outside, get some girls, have a party, and some music, and well, let's move on. Number 2 just can't be denied. It's not a feast, but it's so iconic to the World of Warcraft that it just has to be mentioned. And I'm sure you've seen it. Maybe times have changed and we don't need food and mana like we used to, but you can't deny the Mage Table. The Mage Table, or the Conjured Refreshment Table, or whatever you want to call it, has been a staple in the World of Warcraft and has been essential for levelers and veterans alike. Today it only costs mana, and even before it was a pretty cheap reagent cost in order to make one. The Mage Table saved groups from having to spend hundreds, maybe thousands of gold back in the day, and that hasn't really changed since. The Mage Table is awesome, but sadly it just is not as awesome as what's number 1. Noodles, baby. I got the hookup. The noodle cart is one of the most extensive and most difficult feasts to create in the World of Warcraft. The recipe for the cart is available in the Miss Pandaria expansion, which in my opinion boasts the most intense cooking regimen of any expansion in WoW. Not only do you have to max out all these different cooking recipes, but you have to master the different ways that are available in cooking in Mr. Pandaria. Once you do that, you unlock a scenario similar to kind of Cooking Mama, if you've heard of that game, where you have to cook and serve customers, and then eventually you'll finally get access to this feast. In my opinion, the noodle cart is hands down the most awesome feast in WoW. It's super iconic for what it is, it draws tons of attention, this thing is just fun. Players walk up and buy stuff, of course for free, so not only is it just really cool, you can use the food from it multiple times before you need to lay down another feast. Or cart. So anyway, that's my list. This was just a quick and fun video that I wanted to do for you folks. Like, sub, and send your support for the channel if you're interested in seeing more stuff, and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm Soul. Stay breezy, guys.